It's funny, isn't it? By Spirit of Dancing Flames, read by Deathlight. It's funny, isn't it? Octavia woke up to those words, her mind murky as she rubbed her eye. What did you say, Vinyl? She asked, looking at the mare who laid beside her. The expression ponies use when talking about thoughts sometimes. Octavia blinked, pushing away the sleeve that cast a cloud over everything. What? Ponies say, sometimes it hits me that when they're talking about their thoughts. The two-tone blue mane shook side to side a little. The red eyes glittered in the soft light from the moon outside. To me in the calm, she trailed off, seemingly thinking. Thoughts just trot up and sit quietly beside me. Octavia pursed her lips, waiting for Vinyl to continue. They remind me of their presence, but they don't threaten me or get up in my face, just gently letting me know that they're there. A few seconds passed as she paused again. Questions, memories, or just statements of facts, they don't do anything really, aside from just kinda sitting there. The cellist sighed and gently put a hoof on Vinyl's back, rubbing gentle circles in a distracted effort to comfort. Vinyl, are you alright? Vinyl shook her head. I don't know what I'd do without you, if you weren't here. I'd just be wherever in some alley or another, sitting there and thinking about how alone in the world I am. And I guess, however bad it would be, I'd be wishing to meet someone who cared. Or wishing it all could end. She shrugged a little. You're such a part of my life, sometimes I think about it and realize without you, I'd be in a lot worse place than I am today. She snorted. And I'm not talking about when you dragged me out of my cardboard box and into this apartment when... She paused. When was that? 5 years ago? More? I can't even remember. Octavia sighed. You know you're important to me too. Without you, my whole life would be naught but practice and performance, and advancing my skill to be the best in all of Equestria. I remember when I was at the top. I felt amazing for a while. I achieved so much and gone so far. And when I looked down and realized that the higher you got, the more lonely it was. I didn't know anything but the life I've been living until I saw you. She traced circles with her hoof. I saw you, discarded, cast aside. You're at the bottom, the complete opposite of where I was. And yet, you're just as alone as I was. She looked away. And when I brought you in, I took a chance, remember? I did something to change my life in a way I could never know before, Hoof. And yet, all that mattered to me was that I brought you in from a life of a cardboard box. Yeah, and don't you remember the flack you got for it? Remember how every pony hated you for it? You went from the top, your Canterlot Orchestra, to what? Odd jobs and music lessons for fools? You, Octavia Melody. She sighed. Your life went from class and cash to shame, poverty, and having to deal with me and all the stress and baggage that came with. And when was that ever a problem? Tavi! Vinyl angrily swept aside Octavia's mane, exposing a sphere of glass that replaced the chalice's eye. I drink and I drink every night, and then one night, I hurt you. She looked away, letting Octavia's mane fall back into place. I hurt you real bad. Vinyl, you know I don't blame you for that. Octavia protested. How could you not? You didn't know what you were doing. She put her hoof on Vinyl's. It's not your fault. It is. Vinyl murmured, then sighed. How the buck did you even fall for me? Octavia smiled, putting her hoof on her mare friend's chest. You have a good heart, Vinyl. You might not think you do, but you do. You sure about that? Vinyl looked into the one good eye Octavia had. I was a soldier. I killed ponies. I killed foals. Ponies with a good heart don't do that, Octavia. You didn't know the enemy would send foals. Octavia reassured her. And you were a soldier to protect, to keep ponies safe. Yeah, by killing every pony that got in the way of that safety. She paused, then looked away. Sorry, I'm rambling. Octavia shook her head. It's alright, Vinyl. You know you can talk to me about it anytime you need it. It's healthy. I don't mind. Vinyl nodded a bit. I know, sorry. She hugged the gray mare. I love you. Octavia returned the hug with a smile. I love you too. Vinyl chuckled a little. Goof? Octavia nodded happily. Your goof. She corrected. My goof. Vinyl tousled Octavia's hair. Mm-hmm. Octavia laid back, stretching a little. Let's go back to sleep, shall we? You'll feel better in the morning. Vinyl nodded. Alright. She snuggled in, putting her hoof around Octavia. Thanks. She closed her eyes. Octavia smiled, gently kissing Vinyl's muzzle. Of course, love. She closed her eye, letting sleep take her.